Hello, everybody. So I went ahead and did it, like I threatened to. We now have a gaming channel called Honey Badger Arcade. So I won't be streaming any more games on this channel. And I'm still working out some of the other things, namely, you know, how I'm going to integrate it with our Discord community. I'm going to be gaming on a couple different platforms. Right now, I'm doing this on my PlayStation 4 because I like to play on the couch. And also, I get to have JoJo in here with me, which I'm going to use this piece of cheese to tempt. So, there you go. But there's some other things I'm gonna do. Hopefully I can do this, you know, sooner rather than later. Like, for example, I want to get a nicer microphone for my controller here in the living room. So when I do game streams on my PS4, because I have a lot of games on my PS4, and I have a lot of games that I haven't even started because I was hoping to stream them. Games like Alien Isolation, which I barely started. I have PT, the Silent Hill demo that never came to fruition as a game, and they pulled it from the store years ago, but I still have it on my hard drive, and I never started it, never played it, so I'll do that. I have lots of games. I have some two-player ones. One of the things that really pushed me over the edge to get this done was I was hanging out with Dr. Randomcam and Lauren Brooks over the weekend, and I had them try a game that Lindsay and I got really into called Untitled Goose Game, and it was so hilarious watching them play. So hilarious. I was like, I should have streamed this, and I'm really sorry, guys. I really should have streamed it, but I wasn't sure how comfortable Mike and Lauren would be with that. But I mean, now that it's behind us, I'm especially like regretful. So I'm not missing another opportunity to do that, to share some fun times with you guys. I think that you know, us being social is really important, and also I can sort of talk about things I care about in an environment that's a little bit more relaxed. There we go. Anyway, so welcome to the stream. I do have, but Zarang says, couch video games playing is peasant world. PC Master Race involves your own desk. Get yourself a dedicated altar for gaming. I do do it on my PC as well, though. It's just that I have different games. So on my PC, I have been streaming Jedi Survivor because somebody helped. Somebody got it for me. That's like one of our subscribers. And so I said I would stream it. So I have been. Hello, community channel. Welcome to Badger Live Streams. But anyway, I've been streaming those Jedi Survivor gameplay videos, but I don't get to do it very often because I don't want to interfere with other activities on the same channel. So that's why I made it's a dedicated channel just for gaming. But it will be using my PC for games like Jedi Survivor, Cyberpunk 2077, Warhammer 40k Space Marine, Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. I have plans. Baldur's Gate 3 because I want to. I don't know. I heard it's really woke, so I might not. But if it isn't too bad, I'm gonna play Baldur's Gate 3. I haven't played an RPG like that in a very, very, very long time. But I'm gonna try and build a party. If you can build an entire party, and have each member of the party be one of the Badgers. So there's going to be an Allison, and a Karen, and a Hannah, and a Dr. Randomcam, and a Mike J, and a Lauren, and myself. I think it'll be a blast. If I have enough room, I'll put Prim Reaper in there. I'll put Aiden Paladin in there. Maybe make her a Paladin. I don't know. So I'm kind of looking forward to those things. And we'll do that, but it won't just be me gaming. Hopefully we'll, you know, chat about things too. And maybe I'll expand it to Twitch and like connect the channels together, because I think, you know, if you're going to be gaming, Twitch might be better. I'm not really sure. And Rumble. Oh, Almasang says, ooh, Street Fighter 4. I just got done with a bit of Street Fighter 6, and as such, I have to bow out because I'm about to stream Warriors Orochi 3. Yeah, I got back into Street Fighter 4 really recently, like literally like less than a week ago, because I really wasn't impressed with 5. I bought 5, I still have it, but I bought it when it first launched, and I was very disappointed with the state the game came out in. Don't get swatted? Okay, well, I hope not, but we'll see. I'm kind of in the middle of nowhere. I don't think that that's likely, but who knows. Anyway, so yeah, this is why I'm playing Street Fighter 4. So I didn't care for 5. I don't like the way Capcom released the game. I don't like that I had to buy all this additional content. I don't like that there wasn't an arcade mode, like a regular tournament mode. And on top of that too, I thought that the roster was kind of shit. I mean, there were some good characters, but a lot of it wasn't very good. And then when I saw Street Fighter 6 was coming out, and I downloaded a demo of Street Fighter 6, I thought I don't know, man, I'm not impressed. I think I'm just gonna wait until they release, you know, Ultra Street Fighter 6 Turbo Champion Edition and see what the roster looks like, because right now I'm not impressed at all. And for me, this game, Ultra Street Fighter 4, is the best Street Fighter 4, obviously, but it's also the best Street Fighter in a while. Although, I also have a lot of old school games that I want to stream as well. Like, I have, Darkstalkers, which is a favorite of mine. I have that on PS4. I have a bunch of Capcom arcade games on PS4, like, I don't know if you guys remember, Knights of the Round, and King of Dragons, and Magic Sword, and Black Tiger, and Gunsmoke. These are things I haven't played in forever. Trojan, and then I have some sort of retro style games, like aesthetically. Derek says, I prefer Street Fighter 5 to 6. I don't like the aesthetics. The actions also look a lot more cool factor than what was in 5. Oh, wait. I like Street Fighter 4's aesthetic. I know that the characters have big hands and stuff, and everybody's pretty swole, but like, actually, I think that 5 and 6 was like that too. There are some things about 5 that I miss. I love Dhalsim in 5. I love the beard. I thought that was boss. But, you know, I don't know. I didn't care for the roster much. And 6, I care for it even less. I don't like the kind of hip hop thing they were doing. Like, that's sort of like Street Fighter 3. And honestly, Street Fighter 3 was kind of disappointing too, with a few, save for some of the characters like that they brought over to 4, like Ibuki and Dudley and Makoto. I love those characters. But the 12 and Oro, I think his name is, the guy who fights with one hand tied behind his back, they were lame to me. 12 is lame, Q is lame, I didn't care for those. But I think 4, this one is overall the strongest, because it's got like some of the best characters from Street Fighter, the Street Fighter 2, from Alpha, of the Alpha series, which I also have, and from the Street Fighter 3 as well, and some new characters. I think that the rosters were better in the older games than the Alpha games. I think it was because the character designers were different, and this guy, I don't remember his name, but I don't like the design that came after he sort of took the reins of Street Fighter. I want to say in Street Fighter 4 to some degree, although I don't mind Hakan and some of those characters. But Street Fighter 5, I don't know, didn't care for it. Street Fighter 6, I'm not impressed by the new guys in that. I mean, but anyway, so yeah, I have a lot that I want to go through. I also have this really great, some import games on my PC, because I have this PS2 emulator, and there's 2 games I have on that right now that I want to play online. One is the Hokuto no Ken fighting game, which is based on the anime Fist of the North Star, that was created by Arc System Works. So this is like the same developer that gave us Guilty Gear. It's broken as hell, but it's still super cool. And then there's a turn-based strategy game called Namco X Capcom, which I never finished, but I started playing years ago. Hi, Great Indoors. And I enjoyed it quite a bit, but I never finished it, so that could be fun too. And I have it's translated to English because these are two games that were only released in Japan and weren't available in the States. So excited to check those out, and lots of other things. I do have like a bunch of other consoles, but I don't have capture cards for them, so I might look into it because I do have some stuff for my Dreamcast that I think could be fun. Techromancer, Star Gladiator, there's Tatsunoko X Capcom, which was on the Wii, so stuff like that. But anyway, for now, I'm gonna play some Street Fighter. So I'm gonna grab a coffee. I'll be right back, and then I'll tell you a little bit about my history with Street Fighter, because it's actually one of my absolute most favorite franchises, and I'm extremely competitive, or I was. I haven't played in a while. So anyway, I'll be right back. Hold on. Alright, I just want to show you guys my t-shirt. I have these JoJo t-shirts. I actually designed one. Not this one, though. This one's got the Pillar Men on it. It's called Awaken. I love it. I don't like things that have overt branding on it. I like things that are subtle. So, I mean, this is about as subtle as I could find for a Pillar Man shirt, but most people are going to look at it and not know what it means, except for the people that are in the know, you know? Cafe Bustelo, my favorite brand. So, alright, this is Super Street Fighter, Ultra Street Fighter 4, which has the largest roster and the most changes. When I was younger, and I found Street Fighter 2, so I had originally played the original Street Fighter, which I also have. And there was something about it that was super fascinating. I played Street Fighter 1, and there were a couple of games similar to it, like, I think we talked about this in the last stream. Yar Kung Fu, which was a favorite of mine, The Legend of Kage, Vigilante, Renegade, Double Dragon, right? All of those kinds of things. I was into those wrestling games that were in the arcade. The WWF ones, the multiplayer ones. Oh, so much fun. Anyway, Taito made those. Need to remember to switch to Twitch thought camera mode. Oh, what? You know what? It's funny that you should say that. I'm working on trying to create. I mean, I haven't started doing it yet, but I have like I'm taking a dip into making a digital kind of VTuber character for myself. But I don't want it to be like some thought. I want it to be a Shiba Inu. Kind of like the 3D one. I still have that one, but I haven't used it in a long time because it's a little demanding and it's a little bit wonky. Maybe it's improved. I haven't used it in years, but I do want to do something like that for the gaming streams as well. Maybe a Doge with a red shirt holding a controller. I don't know. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So when I discovered, I was really into those kinds of martial arts games. I love martial arts stuff. I love Kung Fu movies. And so I have a collection, actually, of Kung Fu films. They're over there on my rack, on my DVD rack. Things like Shaolin and Wu-Tang, Invincible Armor, 5 Deadly Venoms, 8 Directional Pole Fighter. Very cool. I mean, I like Kill Bill. I know a lot of people think of that, but like these are where that came from. Like Tarantino, clearly inspired by Kung Fu flicks when he made that, and lots of other flicks from the 70s. So, because of that, when Street Fighter 2 came out, I was blown away. I was into Final Fight. You know, that's sort of like You know, if it weren't for Double Dragon, there wouldn't be a final fight. If it weren't for, actually, let me go back. If it weren't for Renegade, there wouldn't be a final fight. If there weren't for there wouldn't be a Double Dragon. If it weren't for Double Dragon, there wouldn't be a final fight. And if it weren't for Final Fight, there wouldn't have been the Streets of Rage. So, and the Ninja Turtles and the X-Men game and all of that. So I think it all kind of spills out, right? Somebody innovates and everybody gets on board. In the arcades, it was a good time. Arcades are basically dead now. I don't know if any exist at all unless they're like, you know, things where you get into a pod or you ride on a motorcycle or whatever. But like going to the arcade to play Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat or Tekken or something, that's history, man. So anyway, very big into Street Fighter. I got really competitive. And, well, all my friends did. We all had like the character that we like to play as, and we would like go to the arcade and fight against each other, and we would, you know, get people kicked off the machine. This was back in like the late 80s, early 90s when Street Fighter 2 was big. It was huge, and I was so into Street Fighter 2 that when I bought a Super Nintendo when they came out, even though there was like one game on it. And the reason was because I saw the controller had 6 buttons, and it was the first controller with 6 buttons. The Sega Genesis at the time only had 3. And so I was like, if they make Street Fighter, they're going to put it on the Super NES because they put 6 buttons. Like, it's like they knew that this game was going to be on home console. So I bought one, and I wanted it so bad that I learned about importing games. So they had these adapters, because they essentially, for the Super Famicom and the Super NES, the only difference between the two really was the shape of the cartridge thing. So like they were made incompatible by that, but some genius came up with an adapter that you can plug the cartridge into, and then that will go into the console and it will work. And I bought the adapter, and I bought the game when it released in Japan, which was like, I don't know, 6 months or something before the game was released in the States, maybe longer. So I was the only dude, at least like in my circle of friends, in the whole city, basically, in Chicago, I was the only dude that had Street Fighter 2 at home. And I told my friends about it, and I said, look, I got it came in the mail, it cost me like 120 bucks for that game. And I told my friend, I saved up and bought it, and I told my friends, I was like, I got Street Fighter 2 right now, we can play it, like, right here at home. And everybody came over, and like, it was like, there must have been like 12 people in there trying to play Street Fighter on a tube TV in the living room, sitting on the carpet. Good times, man. Super, super, like, I was so into it. And so like, I never lost my love for Street Fighter, and I've always loved it. And then come to realize, because not until much later did I realize how much Street Fighter pulled from other manga and anime influences, which I can go into, but like, yeah, it's so good. Hybrid the Sheriff says, you will lose, Brian. I used to play in the arcade and have to put my quarter out. Yeah, me too. That's what, man, who you telling? I was the guy like that locally. I would go into the arcade that was like in the neighborhood, and if I went in there, everybody was gonna I was gonna beat everyone that came. Like there was this one guy, he must have been a drug dealer, I swear. He would show up with a roll of quarters and just keep playing against me until he won just by purely buying his way into victory. Hey, Hybrid the Sheriff, Black Knight Fool, what's up? Anyway, so this guy would just, I mean, he just had money to spend. He would just put quarters in the machine and lose over and over and over and over, and he stayed like a good sport about it. You know, I didn't cheat, didn't have to. I was just good at the game because I played it a lot. When I first played Street Fighter 2, I was a Chun-Li main at first because I thought the idea of a faster, because you know she was the fast character, so I liked fast characters. When I played Final Fight, I liked to play as Guy, and it was cool. But like I ended up getting into Ryu because later on, because I noticed that nobody was playing as Ryu or Ken, because in the original Street Fighter 2, everybody was under the assumption that Ken and Ryu were the hardest characters to play as. because like the Shoryuken was like nobody could do it at that time, right? It was really hard. And then some people pulled it off on accident, and then people started to figure out how to do it, because originally on the arcade machines they wouldn't tell you how to do the special moves. You just had to figure it out. And of course, if you're fighting against a computer, it will do it, and you'd be like, how did you do that? So it was really great. But I got into Ryu, and then I played a lot of that. So like, I want to say time passed. I played more. I was doing other things, working, so getting into other games. I got really into Tekken. I got really into Dead or Alive for a little while. Soul Calibur, Samurai Showdown. There was like Samurai Showdown 2. There was a Samurai Showdown 2 in my neighborhood, and I would go over there, and again, it was like I would dominate. And I would play Yagyu Jubei, who's like he's like the samurai with the eye patch and 2 swords. My favorite character in that game. Just if it has a really good look, I'm drawn in right away. Like if the design is cool, I'm drawn in right away. Diego Madero says, is the new channel created? The link sends to an error page. It is created. Try searching Honey Badger Arcade. I may have to go back in and change the address, because there's like there supposedly it's supposed to open the just search Honey Badger Arcade on YouTube. 3 different words, Honey Badger Arcade. I even played Street Fighter 1. Yeah, me too. I have it on here. It's terrible. It's a terrible game. But I will play it, like, because with Street Fighter 1 though, like, you know, it's almost like luck, like really, you know, you just have to keep mashing until you win. I mean, because the controls are so bad. I actually think Capcom, they should remake Street Fighter 1. They should remake Street Fighter 1 and make all those characters playable. That were normally just characters you fought against. They should do that. And I also think that whoever made Yi Are Kung Fu should remake that one as a multiplayer fighting game too. 3 fireballs would finish somebody no matter what. Yeah. Sometimes, yeah, and like if you could do 2 Shoryukens, you'll defeat them too. Just 2 uppercuts. And I can beat the game because I know how to do the special moves. But back when it was in the arcades, it was nearly impossible to pull those off, man. I mean, the timing was so strict. Diego Madero, let me know if you get in. Just search, if you guys could do me a favor, because I guess the link's not working, but I'm gonna have to change it in post after the stream is over to the link that will work. Search in the YouTube search bar for Honey Badger Arcade and just confirm that it's there, because I set it up today. And I have a show in a little while, in a few hours. We're going to be talking about the demographic bust that's coming, where, you know, it looks like there's an implosion of people on the horizon, because we're not forming families, we're not getting married, we're not having babies. And I think, even though the guy who hosts the show or who was being interviewed didn't say it explicitly, I think the blame is squarely on feminism. But we'll get to that. That'll be this afternoon. So, anyway. So, a long story short, okay, so Street Fighter V came out. I'm just jumping ahead. I tried playing it for a while. I did a little bit, some online matches. I didn't like the roster. I tried to main Dhalsim and Vega, because Vega was kind of interesting on Street Fighter V. But it was nothing that like really spoke to me. It just shows this channel, the live streams one. When you Honey Badger Arcade does? That's weird. Let me see if I can change the thing. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna go see if I can change the description and add the correct link, okay? Hold on a second. Okay, so I think I fixed it. Try refreshing and see if the link should be different. So there's like I thought, because I told YouTube, I gave it an @ so it's @ Honey Badger Arcade, but I thought that would have changed the link, but it didn't. So it should just be like a bunch of moon speak, and you can click that and let me know if it works. So anyway, I want to cut to the chase. So I hadn't played Street Fighter V in a while. I played so much Street Fighter 4. I got super competitive. Like, I was a rank B, I think. It's about as far as I got. I'm no, Daigo or whatever, but I got pretty good at it, and I played with my friends a lot, and that was what it was all about. It was just me playing with my friends, and we had a lot of fun. But then I hadn't picked up Super Street Fighter 4, Ultra Street Fighter 4 in a long time. I didn't care for 5. I kind of like lost interest early on, and before they added all the seasons. And then Street Fighter 6, I checked out the demo, and I was unpleased. I didn't like the roster very much. I think that a good roster is everything for me. I like good characters. I didn't care for what they put in. So I decided I'm gonna get back into Ultra Street Fighter 4, and now I'm like super rusty, so forgive me if I suck, but I used to be pretty good. So I'm gonna try medium hard, and we will see how well this plays. I have a few I have a few characters I like to play. Quite a few, actually, because every time they make a new one, I try other stuff. I'm still really good with Ryu, but I don't play him as much because it's like, I don't know. I just, I like the character. He's sort of like the face of fighting games, in my opinion. Like, he is the guy. But, I don't know. Just not super excited. Hello, Unwaifu. Is this live? Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Gin Bottle. So, let me see. Who do I want to play as? I like Dudley. He's a lot of fun. I like Gokin. Gen is one of my absolute favorites. So when Street Fighter Alpha 2 came out, and they had Gen, he was in the original Street Fighter 1 game, and he was like my favorite character on that. And when they made him playable in Alpha 2, I was like, I'm gonna play this guy. And Zarek says, I remember trying Elena. Didn't like all her attacks being mostly kicks. Yeah, she's like a reverse Balrog. But Elena's not bad. I mean, at least it's real capoeira. But I haven't played her on... I played all the characters on this when I got this game back in the day, but not since I downloaded it again for PS4. So, Sakura's alright. Some of these are lazy ads, like this Oni character. There's like some skin, like Evil Ryu. I never cared for that thing. But Yoon, sure. Chun-Li is great. I like Dalsum still. He surprises people because he's really slow. So, Unwaifu kicks equals butt shots. Gotta have them in your femme characters. Yeah, I know. Street Fighter 6 seems to be like Coomer bait to me too. There's a lot of people modifying or putting in mods that basically make Cammy and Chun-Li as sexy as possible. And it's like, alright, I mean, not my bag, but whatever. I like M. Bison. It's always fun to play as the villain. I had a friend that was really good with Sagat. He was a force to be reckoned with. DJ is underrated in my opinion. Oh, you know what? Let's do this. I love Poison. That is a woman, by the way, not trans. Sorry, not sorry. I will play as Guile. I think I could do that. What do you guys think? Guile? I mean, Guile is be the American the Japanese think you are. Isn't that the saying? The story for Street Fighter is not important. Just saying. Like, I mean, it's fine that they have one, but I frankly don't care. It should just be an excuse to play the game. I don't care. You know, like, I think that sometimes people overthink these things too much. Let's just play the game. It's like wanting to add a bunch of like subplots and subtext to like Mario. It's like, well, people just want to play as Mario and rescue the princess. Unwaifu, this is Street Fighter 4. Yes, this is Ultra Street Fighter 4. Caleb Land. Guile was my main back when I played in the Street Fighter 2 days. Yeah, I had a friend who played a really good Guile, man. He was fucking dangerous. Guile was kind of like in the original Street Fighter 2, Guile was cheap. He had this thing where you could like throw these jabs, and if you hit with enough jabs, you can dizzy and then re-dizzy over and over again. So, I mean, they fixed them. But yeah. Also, yeah, he mentions Charlie. I like Charlie too. He was in Street Fighter 5, but I don't like that they made him into some kind of Frankenstein monster or something. Alfredo St. John, I think it's fun thinking of Poison as trans. That was way before the current. Yeah. Well, you know, you know why they say that? This is why I say it's a woman. In the Japanese version, I think people can confirm this. In the Japanese version of Final Fight, so that's the beat 'em up, right? That Poison comes from. There was ooh. I love that. The upside down kick. We call it the I think we call it the Z-Force kick because it's so random.
Let's keep it up. Fight.
Or there's some people call it the sick kick. No. I love his backhand too. I always like Guile's backhand because that was another thing that you can throw like a slow sonic boom and follow it up with a backhand, and if the sonic boom hits him, it's 2 hits right there. SNES versions, they are called Billy and Sid. Yeah, but in the Japanese game, I think they were men as well, I think. And then when they brought the arcade to the States, they made it a woman. But yes, you're right, on the Super NES version, they were men too. And so because Poison, well, those characters were male in one version and female in another, people were like, oh, maybe they're trans. It's like, no, it was just that they were like, I don't know, they had a problem with sexualized characters or something. I like Rufus too, actually. He was a character I didn't think I was gonna like, but I like him. Kind of reminds me of Chris Farley from, you know. Oh, that was another thing that people would always mess up, is that fucking double sweep. I don't know why, but to this day the double sweep still catches people off guard. Beverly Hills Ninja, yeah, that's what I think of when I see Rufus. Oh. Okay. It's been a while since I played this. Despite Rufus being big, he's a speed character. He is faster than you think. Yes, that's what I thought. You know, the new characters they added to Street Fighter 4 are pretty good. I like Juri. I like Rufus, and I actually like Hakan. You know, it's the ones that people like want to hate that you want to play, because like they're like, oh, Hakan is so lame. It's like, but that's why you underestimate him. So I do play Hakan sometimes. I like the wrestling characters. You get to feel like a bully, like especially when you play like Zangief. You know, I mean Zangief is bad guy, but that does not mean he is a bad guy. I love Gen. He's like one of my favorite characters to play as. I used to be so fucking brutal with this dude, and the reason was because, like, on competitive. Oh shit, he got me. Oh no, he doesn't. The reason why he was so effective was because like nobody plays Gen. So when you because nobody plays Gen because they're intimidated by his complexity. That means that when you come across a Gen player, you don't know what the matchup is, you know? So you're gonna do poorly. Oh shit, oh shit. Man, nigga. Oh, I cheesed that one. Have you watched Turkish oil wrestling? It's more fun than I knew a guy. I used to work at an art supply store, and there was this guy named Emre who was an exchange student from Turkey, and that was when this game was either it just came out or Hakan was a new character or something. And I asked him about it, and he said that Turkish oil wrestling is like a big thing, you know, and he jokingly called it homoerotic, but it's an old tradition, I guess. So I love that they do that though. That's why I like Honda too, because like sumo wrestling is cool to me. You know, it's like I don't know, it's just manly shit, I guess. Uh-oh. Hajubby's giving me comp. Oh shit. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Yeah, take it. Almost like the full human spectrum is open to women, not so in the West. Yeah. Looks cut off on screen? What's cut off on screen? What are you talking about? Oh, shit. One of the things that's cool about Guile too is that he's pretty oh shit, I love that. That's cool. No sir, no sir. No, no. No real Tataki says, you said you like Souls games. Have you tried Remnant 2, which came out yesterday? No, I did. Excuse me, I did play Remnant 1. It's all about like how much free time I have, but also I liked Remnant, but nobody else I knew had it, so I couldn't play with anybody. And for me, like cooperative stuff, you have to play with friends. I mean, I can play with randoms, but it's not the same, you know? Honda. Have you guys ever seen like champion sumo wrestling matches? It's super cool to me. Ooh. Upside down kick. That's what American military training lets you do, apparently. I didn't know. He must be. You know what Gal reminds me of? Jocko Willink if he had hair. That's really what he reminds me of. Fucking guy is unbelievable. Ah, shit. Guile is crazy good in 5. Does gloves? No, he's just really strong, Jin. He's so strong that he needs the gloves. The truth is, it's the only way we know he's a boxer. So. Oh, Honda's giving me some static. Whew. Did it. The flags on his shoulders are not tattoos. They're birthmarks. Sumo has several moves and types of wrestlers. Is sumo wrestling just one quick move, or is there sometimes more? What do you mean just one quick move? Isn't it just about like moving? You have to move the other guy outside of the ring to win. That's all it is, right? I mean, it's that. That's not. I'm saying it like it's simple, but it's not. Sakura's the original fangirl. Oh, she got me looking at her panties. Or have his body touch the floor. You mean like his torso?
What will happen now? Fight!
Ooh. Ooh. Oh shit, oh shit. Okay. Sumo has, well that's good, that's cool. You know, for the any of you guys that are watching that are JoJo fans, I don't know if you know this, but Guile was inspired by a number of different elements of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So this is only for people who know the you know, they know the material, they're gonna get this, but his appearance was originally based on Jean-Pierre Polnareff. Well, I guess we're just fighting. I mean, this is the theme that goes with everything. Abel here is a trap fighter or something like that. He's like a mixed what do you call it? We used to call it like a mixed martial artist type guy. So. Ooh, ooh. Take that. Anyway, so he was designed visually, was supposed to be based on Jean-Pierre Polnareff, but then they named him Guile after Jay Guile, who is Polnareff's like main adversary in the story. So it was like a mistake. It was like a tragedy of errors, sort of. But he ended up becoming his own guy as a result of that. So that's why his name is Guile, because the main enemy's name was Jay Guile in Polnareff, the guy who killed Polnareff's sister. Whoa! Ooh, fighting this guy is really tough. You got me. And on top of that, when they went to the artist, they were like, I want you to give him, you know, a flat top like Polnareff, but maybe like not as tall. And the guy accidentally, well, not accidentally, but as a joke, he made it spread out like Stroheim. So this is why Guile looks like Stroheim, and his name is Guile. So. Oh, what? Okay. Oh my god. You got me. The J. Guile's band was a group in the 60s, yeah. But that's where Guile's name comes from. So it doesn't mean deception, which doesn't really make a lot of sense, right? It's based on J. Guile, who is a character who was then named after the J. Giles band, which is why the localized name for J. Guile is Centerfold, which doesn't make sense unless you know the J. Giles band sang the song Centerfold, which I think came out in the 80s. See? So you get like your game reference, your anime reference, and your music reference all in one thing. You know what? There was a way, I forgot how to do it. Maybe, does any of you guys know, there's a way for Guile to put on his sunglasses? I forget how to do it though.
Let's get started.
I gotta focus so I can beat this guy. Oh shit. Ow. What? Oh, get out of here. Are you kidding me? That's some bullshit.
Will the tide of battle turn? Fight!
Get out of here. Keep Balrog on the plane.
Down to this. Fight!
Oh shit! What? Woo.
You win!
I thought about doing like trying to do an ultra, but I didn't want to get ripped off again, so now it's time for the final boss fight.
Unknown. Conflict Laboratory. The stage of battle is set.
So this is the last stream, the last gaming stream I'm gonna do on this channel. So next time I do one, I might do one tomorrow because tomorrow's Thursday. I don't know if Hannah's gonna be like better because she had strep throat and she couldn't make the show yesterday. I think she will be. I hope so. And if she does do it, then I will stream something on Honey Badger Arcade tomorrow. Maybe more Star Wars, just to make sure everything's working, you know. Oh, this won't be too bad. This guy's not hard. Seth is actually the final boss, but he's not bad at all. Most boring final boss ever. Yeah, he's not that hard. Once you understand how it works, he's actually easier than like. I don't know if you noticed, but the voice actor for Seth is the same voice actor that voices Wamu on JoJo. And it's no surprise, I think, that Seth actually uses like kind of like wind attacks, like tornadoes and shit. Wait, why is he doing this shit now? That's not supposed to do that. I thought in the first round he doesn't do a lot of special moves, and in the second round he like goes nuts.
What will happen now?
But I actually play Seth sometimes too. Because again, he's one of these guys that like nobody likes, but that's why I play him. Oh, he can be so fucking cheesy though. No. Yeah. What? Hit me with my own shit. Punch her right in the dick. I'm gonna go get a refill of coffee. I'll be right back, and we'll do another round of Street Fighter. You have any character you want to see me play? I'm very good with Gen, although it's been a while, but that was like my best guy. But I'm also pretty good with Ryu, Chun-Li, Zangief. I like playing Zangief because, again, he's like just a really big dude, and it's just funny to watch him. You know, people are running all over the place, and then I just grab them, and it's over. But like, yeah, any thoughts? Let me know. I'm gonna let you guys watch the end credits for the arcade mode, I guess, and I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some coffee. Oh, I played Dan too. Dan is fun. He's good. Like if you can beat people's asses with Dan, it's like extra embarrassing. Novrilitaki, if you're still watching, are you playing Remnant 2? And if so, what do you think about it so far? I want to get it. I do, but like, man, my wife would be pissed if I bought every game I wanted. I'll tell you that right now. The link to the new channel is working now. Thank you, Diego. He's fat, Scott Steiner. Guile is cheap in Street Fighter V. Hated Guile and Dhalsim. I like Dhalsim in Street Fighter V, but I didn't know that he was cheap. I just thought, like I said, I just liked the beard. That was it. I was all about the beard. I thought, man, that was the perfect thing to add. I mean, I liked Dhalsim before, but I always sucked with him because he's so slow. I mean, the reach is nice, but it's not great, so Are there video games related to men's issues? No, there's. I don't think there's a suicide or divorce court simulator. I'm sorry, but one could argue that video games are a men's thing because, like, at least like older video games, because it's all about merit, right? Fighting games in particular, I think, are interesting because they're based in meritocracy. People are like all these like feminists and betas are like whining for, they want games to be more, they're calling it inclusive, right? They're calling it accessibility, but it's not that. They want it to be easy, and that's just like, if you want to make a game that's easy, go ahead. There's plenty of them out there. I think Spyro the Dragon, for example, it was for kids. Like, my wife played the crap out of it, but there was nothing, you weren't really in a lot of danger. You know, Mario's the same way. I mean, you know, the old Mario games were hard, but from what I understand, the newer Mario games, you basically can't really die. Like, you just keep trying till you get it right. But like other games, like Souls games and fighting games, I think fighting games in particular, they're supposed to be challenging. They're supposed to be something, and I'm trying to get my wife to understand this, because she's like, oh, I always wanted to play fighting games, and she used to play Street Fighter, but back in the day, you know, and the only character she played, from what I know, is Blanca, and Blanca was just popular with female players because you could just smash on the buttons and electrocute people. But I think that you know, if you look at the fighting game tournament scene, it's all men, like mostly men. I remember one time, it was when this came out, Street Fighter 4. I'm pretty sure it was when Street Fighter 4 came out. They did a tournament, and there was a woman in the tournament, and it was for a promotional thing, right? There was a woman, like, journalist gamer that was like, I'm gonna play too, and the guys were like, you know, because when you're playing fighting games and competitive games in general, there's a lot of trash talking, right? So the guys are trash talking her, and she lost. I mean, I think it's because she sucked, but whatever. And of course, she got all pissy, and I think some guy got fired. And this was like a long time ago. This is when Street Fighter 4 was new. It just came out. You know? Games benefit for difficulty selection, but not necessarily. Cuphead, for instance, doesn't have different difficulties, and it's fine. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like, why can't difficult games exist? Because, like, people that want a challenge can play them. You don't have to, not every game should be for everybody. That's the problem with the gaming industry now. It's just like the film industry and the television industry. They're trying to make it accessible to everyone, which means they're just lowering the bar across the board. It's made for the lowest common denominator, right? I'll give you an example that's not a video game example. Okay. Unlocked a new color for Guile, cool. And a taunt. I'll give you an example. My friend Dave Cullen, from Ireland, he has a channel. He used to have a channel called Computing Forever, but he took it down from YouTube. But he does still have it on, like, other places. I think he's on Rumble and BitChute. But he has another channel called The Dave Cullen Show. And on The Dave Cullen Show, he doesn't really talk about politics. He just talks about pop culture. And he's a Trekkie. He was, like, really big into Star Trek and Star Trek Adventure. He loves science fiction stuff, right? And he made a video, I think it came out like yesterday or maybe the day before. And he was talking about how all these new Star Trek things that are coming out, they're all very, like, self-aware, humorous, satirical, but they're like, they're almost like mean-spirited towards Star Trek as a brand. And he says it's because they're trying to make it accessible to everyone. And ever since the Star Trek movie came out in 2009, the J.J. Abrams one with you know, Chris Pine, he said ever since that movie came out, normies took an interest, and then they try, or what he calls normies, I think it's like people who were intimidated by science fiction but wanted to like it. They got involved, and then the market, you know, it changed a bit, and then, like, the producers of the market or the producers of the product changed a lot. And so that's how you get, like, Lower Decks and all these things that are, like, you know, sure, they make a lot of references to Star Trek, and you can tell that people that work on the show, they understand it, and they know it, but they don't take it seriously. It's all like a joke now. And then, so, like, the people who are, like, really into it, like big fans, they're being pushed out because they'll say, oh, you're taking this too seriously. It's just like what happened with Star Wars. It's like all bets are off. We're going to throw everything out. We're going to put our own shit in there. And like literally the guy, Kurtzman, the guy who is the showrunner for, or at least the guy in charge of the Star Trek brand, he said like this is all for his political agenda, right? It's a usual commie feminist nonsense, and he's going to cram it into Star Trek. And of course he's going to do that. And the comic books have done it and everything. So it's connected. Like the thing with the video games and people that love Souls games, like they're quiet about that now, but I promise you, when Armored Core 6 comes out, because that's the new FromSoft game, there's going to be articles talking about how Armored Core 6 should be made more accessible. It should be easier because disabled people, because we've never ever, been like welcoming to them on any level ever. But that's an excuse. They don't actually care about disabled people. They don't. They use it. They're basically saying we want to make this not fun for anyone who loved it, because the core base, they're problematic because what? Because they excel, because they're competitive, because they want to be good at something. The thing that makes fighting games so great and gives them the amount of replayability that they have is that every time you play it, you discover new things that you can do because of if the system is good, right? You can do that. So Street Fighter, I don't know. I mean, they made Street Fighter easier. They did it to Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear was a great franchise. And I think the last Guilty Gear, they made it to where like you can just mash a button and do a combo. And it's like, well, what's the point of that? And they took out a lot of the systems, right, that made it deep. So anyway, Alfredo St. John says, this is why I don't like massive things. Entertainment should appeal to different niches. Yeah, well, they think that if they expand the market to include the bottom line, they're going to make more money. I think that is one of the reasons. I think a lot of it does have to come down to like wokeness and ESG and shit like that. But they think that, but they're wrong. Like the people who invest the most money and time and energy into building a community and maintaining a community are the core fan base, right? If no one is playing Street Fighter online, then there's no Street Fighter. It's just like any other game. If no one is playing Overwatch, then there's no Overwatch, because without the online component, it can't last. You have to have the community. And the fighting game community was always massive, and it was people from all walks of life. You had, Asians and blacks and Latinos and white people. Like I mean, if you care about diversity, which I don't see why anyone would, but if you did, you would see that the fighting game community had it, man. They had it in spades because it was because it was men. That's what it came down to. It was men. So to answer your question about games being, I guess, about men's issues. I mean, I think the culture of merit is a man's issue because that's what they're attacking. I mean, we're living under a feminized rule, and we have been since before we were born. I already explained this yesterday when I talked about nullification. So they're gonna, anything that becomes popular, even if it's in kind of like a niche area like fighting games, they're gonna come after them. They've already come after fighting games. This is why I'm super picky about them now. My friends, I have a friend I used to play Street Fighter with a lot, and he was like, are you gonna get Street Fighter 6? And I was like, I'll try the demo. And then I did, and I said, I don't care for it. I think that it's lost something. It seems really simple. I don't care for the design. I like, games stand out because they have really good character design. To me, right? Unwifey says, you mean the matriarchy is rising to overthrow the patriarchy? No, I mean, I don't know. I think that what feminists call patriarchy is something of their own invention.
The challengers will make it to the top.
I think feminism is the patriarchy, but it's run by women. So, and it is the prevailing narrative. It's the way we see the world. It's not just like a system. It's people's observation of reality based on the media they consume, the education that they get, the news that is told to them, the way that it's told, all of that, it's feminism. That's what it is. Like it is a kind of class struggle, let's say, between an out group, which is men, and the in group, which is women, where the out group is painted as the oppressor. So, Grandora says, sorry for being quiet. I'm at work, about to round things up and go home. That's cool. This isn't a serious show. I'm promoting Honey Badger Arcade. Go to the link in the description and subscribe to Honey Badger Arcade, please. I will try to do maybe 2 or 3 streams at the most a week of games. So tomorrow, I'll try to do it tomorrow. I don't know, but because Lindsay has to work. So I'm going to work on my own stuff in the morning, and then after I drop her off and I get back, I will do some Star Wars Jedi Survivor, which I've been playing through, and we'll see, you know, for maybe an hour or 2 and see how far we get. And I'll do other games. I have a lot planned. So please stick around. It's going to be a lot of fun. You'll get my, I guess, unique perspective on things. Not just as someone who's involved in the gender discussion, but in the political discussion, but also as someone who's been a gamer for like my entire life. I remember when I first saw my very first video game, it might have been Pong, but I think the one that really jumped out at me was Space Invaders. And I've been hooked ever since. Space Invaders, Asteroids, Robotron. You know, I remember that Star Wars game that had like that vector graphics thing where you fly to the nobody can do it. You have to fly to the Death Star and blow it up. Yeah, so Grandor says, I read about the premise of the story of the Barbie movie. The whole thing about representing society as patriarchy in the movie makes, he wrote like a longer thing, makes the movie woke. All the talk about it's secretly based. Yeah, that's bullshit. I mean, Zaring says page isn't available. Did you try the link? Is thus complete BS. It is. I mean, look, this is what I say about the Barbie movie. Don't give them money. Don't give it any praise. But feel free to meme about Ken all you want. Like stand with Ken, whatever it is that people, you know, Ken's rights, all that. That is totally fine. Ken's rights. I'm a KRA, Ken's rights activist. That is hilarious. But don't support the film. Don't give it money. Like, don't even complain really about it. I mean, I've said what I wanted to say about it because for me, it's just Greta Gerwig's way of. Essentially, she's showing us the inside of her, the hamster wheel that is her mind. So, Zerix, is it really not working? Can somebody else try? Because somebody said it did work, but you have to refresh the page. If you haven't refreshed the page, refresh the page and then see. Okay, let me see. Who do I want to play as? I think I'm going to play a match with Gen. My favorite character on this game. I love Old Masters. That's like, it's one of my favorite archetypes. So or I could play Fei Long. I like playing Fei Long too. What do you guys think? You have an opinion on it? I don't know, let me know. Yeah, I again, like I said, I think that, you know, feel free to meme on it, but I wouldn't, I wouldn't support it. I searched it in my phone's browser, it didn't come up. What? Okay, we'll do it. We'll do Fei Long then. I like Fei Long. You know, there was he's not the first Bruce Lee ripoff or homage character in a fighting game. That goes to a character named Kim Dragon on a game called World Heroes, which was an SNK game. But Kim Dragon wasn't a good example. This is a better execution. Yeah, World Heroes, yeah, you know it. The fact that Red Letter Media is saying that people who are calling the Barbie movie woke are basically SJWs, but for the right. Yeah, of course. It's so stupid. Like you know, this is like the level at which people are blue pilled and have been subverted. I mean, to me, from what I've heard, it's obvious. It is obvious. It's in your face, whoa. Like they're telling you. I mean, there's even a fucking speech at the end of the movie that literally says this is like women have it worse, right? No matter what, right? I can't believe these guys can't see it. You know, this is the problem with a lot of these, and I don't even think they're woke per se. I think they just want to maintain the status quo. They want things to be as woke as it was. That's all. They want it to be as woke as it used to be. They don't really have a problem with it. It's so stupid. Ooh, ow. It's the comfort zone, yeah. Get him. Have you been following the Skullgirls drama, not just the latest batch? I mean, well, I know about the censorship stuff, and I know that like they were gonna the guys who did the work for that. By the way, a dude I used to follow on DeviantArt back in the day. Man, Beilong, fucking. It's like a finger pointing to the moon. Don't concentrate on the finger. You miss all that heavenly glow. The only thing I know is that they're gonna censor a bunch of stuff or whatever. I already have Skullgirls on PS4. I didn't even really played it much. I just want to support the artist. You know, I might get into it later. I've never played. I played a little bit of it, I understand it's a pretty complex game, like ooh, not bad. You missed. Oh no, you didn't! What? That's not pretty good. I said emotional content, not anger. Yes, that's right. You did it. I love Fei Long.
Pick up the pace. Fight!
I'm gonna read this comment. Hold on, guys. Oh fuck, Dudley's mashing me up there. And let me see. Never take the eyes off an opponent, especially when they bow. Yes. Novi Tataki says the censorship was just the latest thing. It started with what now looks like false accusations of sexual harassment against the lead figure who's autistic. Oh, of course. And like, you know that's what they did in the animation industry too, right? So this is how they work, okay? And this is why we have to like stop treating women like victims, because they will abuse this power, which they have. They absolutely have it. So they accuse this guy of sexual harassment. Then the company and the unions, which are run by women, by the way, and the human resources people run by women, run by feminist women specifically, they're going to urge that this guy step down, but they're going to keep all of his intellectual property. So, you know, because he's already done the artwork, right? So fuck that guy, right? He's done all the artwork, he's done the character designs, he's done all of that. Now we can take his shit. And they're gonna push him out of the company, and they're gonna ruin his life. They're gonna basically put him into what I call a black category. They're gonna nullify him. So anyone who stands up for that guy, gives him a platform or whatever, they're gonna say, look, you know, they're gonna associate that guy with the platform. So if let's say he wants to tell his story, And you know, the left, the mainstream media, the leftist media, they're not gonna they ignore him. They don't give him the time of day. So what does he end up doing? He ends up going wherever people will allow him to come on and tell his story. What is that going to be? Well, most likely it's going to be right-wing, conservative, libertarian, independent, you know, sources. And if he goes on there, then the media comes out and they say, look, that guy is associating with conservatives, Christians, libertarians, whatever, right? I mean, the libertarian is basically a slur for them. It's a slur. So, you know, people who use, well, I'm not right-wing, I'm a libertarian. That's not a defense. It doesn't matter, right? I think personally being right-wing is libertarian, but it doesn't matter because these people are up to, they want to end you. They want you to disappear. They want you to go away. They're not interested in the truth. I mean, this is something that like too many people need to wake up to realize. So yeah, they're gonna ruin this guy's life. Thanks for telling me that, though. Do you know if there's any articles on it? Because I'd like to report on it maybe next week. I think it's really messed up. I covered this in the animation industry like a couple of years ago. I went through all of it, and they're doing the same thing there. There's a union, so it comes from unions, okay? Yeah, libertarian is right wing, authoritarian is left wing. Thank you, great endorsements. Right. So it comes from unions because unions have a centralized control over the workers, and they use it to lobby for stuff, right? That's why education is so fucked, because teachers' unions, they're running things, right? The whole thing has to go. This is what I like about Vivek Ramaswamy, by the way, as a candidate. He said he's gonna eliminate the Department of Education, which I think is absolutely necessary. Absolutely, it's far too corrupt, and all of it always happens top down. So one of the good things is because it comes top down, you can just cut the head off of the Medusa and make, you know, that will do a lot of damage all by itself. But you have to make sure that you have good people to either replace it if it needs to remain in existence, or just eliminate it altogether. So anyway, I think that's what they're doing on purpose. Thank you for telling me. I really appreciate it. Yeah, and I'm gonna get back to this. That's okay. Ooh, I love that move. I love that. He takes the hit though. The media obviously took the side you'd expect. There's a 200-page document from the court, but I haven't. Okay, well, I will look at it. Thank you. I'll try to find it. If you want, though, you can leave it in the comment after this is over. I'll leave this one up for like a couple days. Oh shit. Oof. Man, that fucking counter. In the nuts.
You win!
Yeah, I am not surprised. Novril Tataki, do you follow this main channel, Bad Live Stream? Do you follow this one normally, or did you just come across it while I was doing this game? Dan? I might lose. I don't know if I can handle this guy. He's too basic. Oh shit. You gotta watch out for that combo.
Pick up the pace. Fight!
I follow but can't watch the stream live due to time zones. Yeah, you know, I try to do, I agree, I want to do these earlier. So, because I end up doing most of our shows later in the day, for me it's like 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock. I think that we do miss out on viewers because we have a decent number of people who watch us in Europe and the UK and stuff like that. So, I mean, personally, I think that that's what we should be doing. But since we can't because Allison and Karen are like on a, you know, a earlier time zone, I had to like, maybe I'll do the game streams earlier. Uh-oh. Motherfucker. Take this Bruce Lee kick.
Let's keep it up! Fight!
Oh no! For me, it's fine anyway, since I like listening to podcasts while commuting and working out. Cool.
You win!
I'm glad you guys could join me on the stream. Again, go to the link, make sure it works. If you need to, refresh the page because it shouldn't say YouTube/HoneyBadgerArcade. It should say YouTube/channel/ and a bunch of gibberish. So go to that link and subscribe to the channel. I will be streaming tomorrow. Rolento, good character. He was on Final Fight as well, like Sodom was, and Poison. Hugo is in here. I know that in the arcade his name was Andore, like on Final Fight, but because it was like based on Andre the Giant. So all of these are just totally like based on stuff, but I can do that. I love that kick when he does that flip and ends with an axe kick. It's an interesting move that I kind of enjoy. Admittedly. Also, Rolento is based on, I guess you've never seen the Fist of North Star, but there was an enemy named the Colonel, and he was based on him. He was like a red beret or green beret or something like that. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you doing? He's just spazzing out back there. No. Kaiser Durden EX says, dude, I want to fight you so bad. Well, if you have this on PS4, we can do some matches. I haven't played against people in this in years. Like, I think, shit, man. It's probably like 2010 whenever this game came out, like maybe a couple years after this game came out, the last time I played this. So, if you have a PS4, you can add me. It's at Zanamaru, Zanamaru, if you're on the PlayStation Network. I'm also on Steam, and I think it's the same name, but I don't have this game, I have different games. So, if you guys want to do multiplayer shit, we can. I have some stuff on there that I have not played. That I own, like I have Left 4 Dead, I haven't played it yet. I know it's the worst, but that's the truth. Oh shit. God damn it. You know how I know the things are bad? Like, people were talking about Dalton, and they were talking about how racist he is as a stereotype. I saw these comments like just the other day, and I was like, you know, no one thought of it that way when this game came out. Nobody thought of it that way. I mean, I just, you know, it's super annoying. It is super annoying. I'm sorry, I don't want to deal with people like that. They can't just enjoy something. They have to like make it something special. I don't even care if it is. Oh, that was good. You see that? He was just like fucking Mr. Fantastic. He's way out of that. Does anyone know what the reference is? Why he can do the stretchy limb thing? Like what that comes from? There was this kung fu movie from the 70s. I had a yogi friend that liked Dalton. Yeah, I don't have Xbox 360, Kaiser. And I don't remember what my streak is, but I was on PS3 and I was a grade D Gen player. So I was good with Gen. I love playing Bison though. He's fun. He's got some of the better ultimates in my opinion. What the fuck? No!
You win!
It's the art of fighting without biting. You pour water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into water can flow, or it can crack. Be water.
Your destiny will be determined here.
あんたはフェイローか。俺と戦ってくれ。構わんぞ。いいのか。男に二言はない。
I like Dalton in 5, yeah. He was like my favorite thing about 5. That beard though, man. Oh, I forgot that he can do this thing. I forgot about that. Dude, that's a tool I never used. I didn't use it at all. Oh my god, Abel. He's so annoying. This nigga. Oh my god, it's just the same. I just played Guile and Abel was my rival, and now Abel's my rival again. It's kind of a pain. It's kind of a pain to fight against, honestly. Those mix-ups, his mix-ups are insane. Get out of here. Stop it! Oh.
You lose.
It's alright, I'll get him. I like he kicks my ass and he asks me questions about what I'm working on. Now that I beat your ass, what's your next product? Your next project gonna be? You phony.
It's survival of the fittest on a global scale. Who among the challengers will make it to the top?
Isn't there an outfit for Fei Long where he's wearing a suit? I kind of want to wear that, but I don't know which one it is. I'll just leave it for now.
These stages
There's one where he's wearing like a 1970s Bruce Lee suit with the sunglasses. Shit.
It's the battle of the century.
I think there might be like a Game of Death tracksuit outfit too. Shit. What? Did you see that?
Let's keep it up. Fight!
I fucked up. Oh my god.
Who will emerge victorious? Fight!
Oh no. Unbelievable.
You lose.
It's alright. This is gonna be a struggle. Like I said, I'm rusty as hell, so. And Abel was always a pain in the ass. There's one thing about fighting against a computer opponent. They have this like instantaneous reaction time.
Who will bask in the glory and adoration that comes
It's not really a good
declared
substitute
the
for
world.
challenge.
East Asia.
And then like what happens is when you figure out how to exploit it,
Is set.
it actually makes it like really easy. It's like, oh, I know, I just do this attack when I'm standing this far apart from this guy after this thing, and it'll always land, you know? And I remember that, but I don't remember what the secret was for this Abel fight. See, he immediately tries to grab me. Again, it's not possible to like have that kind of reaction. Whoops. Sorry. That was weird. Oh my god.
Let's keep it up. Fight!
See? So now, like what I'm doing now is I'm just waiting for him to do a thing, and I'm just hitting the fierce punch button, and it just lands. So all of a sudden, all of the other shit I was doing, it doesn't matter anymore. This is the problem with PC, like not PC, but like fighting the computer. That they have things that they'll just not block against sometimes. Nuh-uh. Oh, whoa! Did you see that? That was. I thought I was done. Oh my God! I was trying to do the dragon kick, and it didn't come out. Instead, he just threw a kick, and that's what got me. But yeah, so I think I got him this time, but so lame.
The craziest and wildest fighters have assembled from around the world to join in the fight. East Asia, crowded downtown. Fight locale chosen.
Just spam crouching medium punch into Rekka.
Let's get started.
Yeah, the crouching medium is good. It's a good poke. Yeah, see, if you do that, he's just gonna grab you every time. Look at that.
What will happen now? Fight!
Oh my. Oh my God.
This match decides the winner. Fight!
Oh shit. Son of a bitch, man.
You win!
That AI though. Holy shit. That is super frustrating. And then this match is gonna be super easy.
Destination confirmed. The battle has begun.
Alright. Medium hard. I'm still, like I said, I'm super rusty. I used to play this on the hardest difficulty all the time. I need you to fade out his attack.
KO!
私の力を見せてやる。
What will happen now? Fight!
Oh! Double speed playback. I should have not done that, but I thought I would fuck around. And now I'm gonna find out. It's okay. Oh, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Man, my execution sucks.
KO!
俺の負けだ。貴様の力、見る価値のあるものだったぞ。
Pull out all the stops! Fight!
Seth became cooler in 5. I don't. Yeah, but see, like I stopped playing at that point. So before Seth was released, I mean, and Gil and all that. Oops. Didn't work. I was hoping he would, but they turned him into a chick. Yeah, I know. I guess I get it because Seth is a bit too similar in his appearance and moveset. He's too similar to Gil and Urian. But I kind of like that those three were similar in that way. Because, again, it reminds me of, I think it's a Pillar Man reference. Because the Pillar Man would like that, so.
あんたのマネージャーに聞いてきた。あんたはセスが死んだ後もセスについて調べているそうだな。ああ。お前は何か知っているのか。話す前に聞きたい。
I mean, like, boss characters like Seth and Gil, I mean, they're interesting, but they don't fit neatly into a yeah, he was too uninspired, right? But I don't think making him a chick makes it a lot better. I mean, it's still the same problem, right? This is why everybody likes Bison. Or Vega. You know, if you're like playing the Japanese version. Because Bison has a look and he's got there's a concept, right? So. Alright, I'm gonna play one more. Try again. I want to work with Gouken. Yeah, I played a little bit of Gouken. I like him. Because Gouken is unique too. See, like Akuma, I mean, I don't, you know, like when they got into, I want to say it was like Street Fighter 3, and it was just too many Shotos. I don't, you know, like Ken and Ryu, Dan is fine because it's kind of like a parody of Art of Fighting. That's fine. And then they did Akuma. Well, they did Akuma first, then they did Dan, and then they did Sean, and then you know, and I was like, you know, it's lazy. I think it's a really lazy way to do things. But I like Bison because it's a good concept. Yeah, Bison is my main. I play a lot of Bison because I think he's got some of the more brutal ultras. Like the one where he like puts his hand in your stomach and blasts you, or the one where the Psycho, I think it's called Nightmare Crusher. Yeah, those are badass. I like Bison. And ever since I saw the animated Street Fighter movie that came out like a while ago, I mean, Bison was shit from that. And I liked him. I just thought he was a good character. But I'm going to play Gen. Because I want to play Gen. He's like the shit to me. Let me see. Do I have any personal action for? Okay, sure. I played him once since I bought this game on PS4. I mean, I have it on PS3, but I wanted to stream it, so I got it for PS4. And also, like, my friends are on PS4 and stuff, so. I think I used to be really good with Gen. I don't know if I'm going to be able to live up to that now because Gen is really hard to play. But that's what I like about it, the challenge, you know.
Whoever wins this one will have their name engraved in the pantheon.
So what makes Gen, for those of you guys who don't know, what makes Gen really interesting is that he fights in... Oh, I don't know if I like that outfit. I might have to reset this. I want to go with the classic look, I think. I should have looked. Oh, I got a taunt just for logging in? Okay. I'll take it. Alright, let me do this again, but do it right. So, original. Okay. Yeah, when I played the original Street Fighter, with, like, we had the my friend had a TurboGrafx 16, and Street Fighter was on that console, and we were playing through it. I mean, Gen was like, I thought he was the coolest fucking guy in that game. Oh, and Genji, was his name Genji? Or the ninja character? I think, no, his name wasn't Genji, it was something else. Geki.
Who will emerge a champion?
Like teleported Puerto Ricans and shit. Wait, I think I know how to do this. Hold on a second. Aww. So, I'm trying to remember some of the combos that I used to do. It's been a while. I'm gonna struggle. But I love playing Gen, so I don't care. So he has two fighting styles, and you switch between them. So playing Gen is like learning two characters. Valento and Alpha 2 serve me well. Yeah, I like Valento too. I like him on this game. The purity of my soul shall scar thy DNA. That's Gil, right? It says that. They made a lot of Ryu clones. They did, and then they just went too far with it. I lost interest. I think it's lazy. I never liked characters that are like clones of other characters, like in any context. Like I never liked, you know, all of the different Batman type characters and the Superman type characters. I never liked that stuff. You know, so. Okay, that's it right there. Okay, let me see. There was you could follow that up with something. Hold on a second. Yeah. Regular Ryu, American Ryu, female Ryu, dope Ryu, crazy Ryu, evil Ryu. Yeah. Eviler Ryu. Exactly. Dudley was my main third strike. Dudley is a cool character. I like that they have Dudley and Balrog on here. Ooh. I also because I like Gen. I don't know if it's right in the story, but there are these twins, Yun and Yang. They were in Street Fighter 3. And I didn't care for Yun, but I did really like Yang. And they made Yun and Yang are in this game as well. And what's interesting is that I'm fairly certain, I could be wrong, but I'm fairly certain that they have Gen's fighting style, but it's split. So Yun is, I think he does Crane and Yang does Mantis. And Gen does both because he's the master. But in the story, at least from what I see, ooh, shit. Oh, okay, good. That didn't work out. In the story, it seems that fuck out of here. In the story, it seems that the Yun and Yang are trained under Master Lee, is what they call it. But Lee was a character in Street Fighter 1. He was like, in Street Fighter 1, when you go to different countries, there were 2 fights. So Lee was the first fight. He was like a Chinaman looking guy. And then Gen was the second fight. So part of me thinks, been playing since the World Warrior days. I'm old, yeah. What you got, bitch? Ooh, I'm like not. Ooh, okay, all right, bitch. Why am I not doing the off the wall thing? What? Wait. Oh well, whatever. Yun and Yang have the Street Fighter Alpha 3 Vism effect split between their supers. One cancels everything, the other is after image double hitting, yeah. Counters for the win. Hey, Pepina. Oh, I played all the Street Fighter 2s on SNES, just realized I had too many fighting games around 4 and wasn't playing them. I'm just looking to see if I miss. El Fuerte! My brother was really good with El Fuerte.
Are you ready?
He's a guy you have to watch out for. He's like fucking fast. And he might be the fastest character in here, actually. Stop all that running around. About to run across the border. Can he do a Jacko pose? Oh, I don't know, for some reason the chat's not showing up. Yeah, Forte's fun. It's always good to have like a luchador. Oh, you son of a bitch. Poked him in the balls. I just want him to run into a spinning clothesline. Yeah. Let me see your chats really quick. For some reason, I have to look at my phone for the comments because they get cut off.
South Asia, exciting street team. Your destiny will be determined.
I haven't played since Street Fighter 4. Robin Thrush. Yeah, I already said in the beginning of the video, I started, so I was really into Street Fighter, really into Street. It was like my favorite franchise. Ooh, I forgot Gal does that. So I just gotta do it this way. Ooh, make me eat it. Okay, alright. Okay, Grasshopper. Yeah, so Robin Thrush, yeah, I tried playing Street Fighter V. Didn't like the way that they were selling it. Didn't like all of the DLC stuff. I just lost interest. Didn't care for the roster much. They didn't really draw me in. I mean, I've played Ryu internally countless times. I'm not really interested in that. So. What? Did you see that? This nigga. Got him. Pai Mei from Kill Bill. Yes, but before there was a Pai Mei. Gen is he was in the original Street Fighter 1 in the 80s, so. But I mean, based on an archetype, if you, like I mentioned earlier, if you watch Kung Fu movies from the 70s, you would know. Or in the 60s too, even.
Research facility. Your destiny will be determined here.
So yeah, I don't know if anybody knows if Yun and Yang are like students of Gen, because they seem to fight like him a little bit. I did a video. Let me pause here, hold on. Brian, there's a game called The Forgotten City, which is about a fictitious Roman place where the sins of one person will be placed at the feet of everyone. It's the only way to have utopia. Never heard of it. Robin Thrush says, I did a video I saw of Guile in Street Fighter V Super Special pulling a full All Might versus Nomu with the muscle boost. Dude, Pai Mei was in the old Shaw Brothers. Yeah, I know, but I'm saying, like, a lot of times people reference Pai Mei, they reference Kill Bill Volume 2 specifically, but I know Pai Mei is, I have that movie. Like I said, I'm a big fan of the old Shaw Brothers and other sort of Kung Fu movies. Suddenly Jurassic Park. Remember Dino Crisis? Why don't we have another one of those? Ooh, nice, not bad. This kick right here is really good too. Get out of here. It might be interesting to go through this game like you did with Detroit Become Human. Oh right, I did do Detroit Become Human. God, I tried to like get that out of my mind. That game is awful. It's funny they let you make choices, but they don't really want you to make those choices. Ooh. Vanquish and Mad World. I have Vanquish. It's great. I have to play through that one on here actually. I want to play through Vanquish, Bayonetta, the original, because I've never played the other ones because they were Wii exclusives and I don't have a Wii. But I might be able to find them another way, maybe. Maybe there's an emulator or something. And also Metal Gear Rising, dude, I gotta do that. I gotta do Metal Gear Rising. I also have Devil May Cry 5. There's plenty of action games I want to play. Gen has a restaurant. No, he doesn't have a restaurant. He's an old kung fu master, but maybe he makes the boys work at the restaurant. I don't know. I mean, I guess motherfuckers gotta eat, so.
Are you ready? Fight!
I didn't get to do any of the cool shit I used to do. I could combine a super into an ultra with Gen. He's like one of the, I think, very few characters that can do that. No. Ow. No, you don't.
何時の力測り間違えた。この剣にメイクに惑う者どもの遠さの声入り。
Pick up the pace. Fight.
見せてみよう。本気を出させてみよう。
Do it. Do your thing. Do it. Do it, bitch. Do it. He's not gonna do it. Again reminds me of Fo-Fi from Battle Arena Toshinden. You don't think I know that reference? I played the shit out of Toshinden. I played as Duke was my main on that one. I even played the really inferior follow-up games like Toshinden 2 and Toshinden 3. Disappointed. That could have been a really good franchise in my opinion. The original Toshinden was a lot of fun. We played the shit out of that. I played a little bit of Fo-Fi too. The AI is lame. Yeah, it is. He eventually renounced his ways and concentrated and opened a restaurant known as... Oh, I didn't know that. See, I don't know all the story stuff. The Super Gem Fighter Mini Mix, I have that. I have the Pocket Fighter and the Super Puzzle Fighter. We played that a lot too. The Darkstalkers game, I was a big... who did I play on Darkstalkers? Hisenko, I think. I like the Chinese characters. Oh shit. Okay, alright, nigga. What? Did you see that? Oh, you forgot I could do that shit. Yeah, I played Duke. When I played Soul Calibur, I was a Siegfried player until Ivy came out, and then I was an Ivy player. Any character that switches stances, I'm all about that shit. Whoop. No, you don't. Oh yeah, Rungo. I remember Rungo. And my friend played Mondo a lot. Alright, I gotta focus. Oh, this motherfucker. Okay. Battle Arena Toshinden and Ridge Racer, my first PlayStation games. I made Rungo. Yeah, it was like a launch title. That one. Also, Bloody Roar. You guys remember Bloody Roar? I played the Tiger guy. Can't remember his name. Nope. I feel like I didn't really get to do anything again. Oh shit, he's gonna fucking win. Shit. Top Hat Gaming, man, has a lot of lore videos about fighting games and beat 'em ups. Hell yeah, I remember Bloody Roar. Didn't play it because I ended up focusing mostly on racing games, but I remember. What about, because I played a lot of fighting games, and when the PlayStation 1 was out, like around that generation, you know, and like the Sega Saturn, that was like the peak of people just making fighting games. Like fighting games were everywhere. So, you know, some better than others, but there was one, besides Bloody Roar, there were two other ones that I think were underrated, but I loved. One was Psychic Force. I don't know if you guys remember Psychic Force, but you could like, you could fly around this like arena, and there were different characters with psychic powers. So Psychic Force, and then there was a game called Evil Zone, which was, it was pretty simple, like in terms of the gameplay, but it was really cool characters. So tell me if you guys remember that. Psychic Force and Evil Zone. I played Link in Soul Calibur 2 on the GameCube. I played Heihachi Mishima on Soul Calibur 2 because I had the PlayStation version, and I thought it was really funny that there was a guy who would fight like people with weapons with his bare hands. I was like, that's a very Heihachi thing to do. Heihachi Mishima, by the way, inspired by a character named Heihachi in an anime called Sakigake Otokojutsu, which is it's like a manly school or something like that. Yeah, Guilty Zone was Evil Zone was great. Evil Zone was great. I played the shit out of that, man. I played the shit out of that game. I don't remember who I used. I think there was like a Sentai, like Power Ranger guy that was cool, but I don't remember. Oop. Oh no. You're already dead. Can't even remember when I stopped with fighting games. The fire fiddled out. It's one of those things, like if you don't have people to play with, it is really hard to get into them. You know? Sentai dude had a satellite beam. Yeah, he did. He did. I forgot what his name was. I forgot that game, man. Oh shit. And then all I have to do is, oh shit, no, I'm gonna get that health back. Oh, did you? Oh, you know what? I shouldn't have done that ult because I like that ult, but it didn't turn out. It's kind of, it looks really awesome, but it sucks because the health damage is not permanent. So that's the problem with it, but it is really cool. What? I thought I was invincible when I was doing the special version. Is this guy gonna beat me now? I'm not playing that. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. I should have done the other one where he goes up. Looks like the Sentai dude was named Dan Zyver. That's right, Dan Zyver. Did you look it up? Cordovan Blotch. I forgot the other characters though. That Danziver was not my main on that. There was another character that was my main. I can't remember. Maybe some Street Fighter EX2. I did play that. Street Fighter EX. I liked. It's been a while, but I did play. What was the name of the wrestling guy that with the big mustache? I did play that guy. Darun Meister, I think his name was. Oh, and Doctrine Dark. I like that guy too. Skullomania is kind of a big deal, I guess. My brother plays Skullomania. We used to play that shit together all the time too. Shit, I did that too early. Oh, Volcano Rosso. Yeah, that was a good character too. Shit. May have one of the best theme songs. Yeah. I have the soundtrack actually. It's like on a CD. Well, if you have the game, you have the soundtrack. Because back in those days, when you played a video game, like a PlayStation game or a CD game, they had the track. The music for the game was on its own track. Red Book Audio, baby. Did you pick up the Capcom Fighting Collection? I have the, well, is that like you know what, I have one, it's like the arcade collection. It's got like a bunch of fighting games on it and puzzle games. It's got some other things like oh my god. Oh, did you see what? Man, this nigga. Oh, I was too far away. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, this fucking guy. I can't believe he beat me. Like I said, I'm not as good at Weekend as I used to be. There was this one combo you could do. It was really hard, but there was this one guy. He was like a pro Gen player that used to like, he was in the championship shit, right? I can't remember his name. It was years ago. And there was this combo where you could throw like a medium kick right into his like rapid, you know, jabs with his the sort of like the, you know, the, you could call it whatever, like the rapid punches. And it was like, it would wear people down. It worked really well. Red Earth, yeah. I have, wait. Oh, you know what? I have Cyberbots, and I don't have Red Earth though, but I do have it. I do have that game. It didn't get good reviews, but there was a Capcom fighting game that they made that had like the Red Earth characters and some Street Fighter characters and some Darkstalkers characters last year. I'll look at it. All right. I'm gonna try and beat this fucking guy. Now playing on Dutch television, a reality show about female truck drivers because of quality. Where's the coal miners at? This guy's smart. It is Pepsi Man. Nice try. On the Alpha 2, on Alpha 2 and Alpha 3, I think Gen plays differently. He could, in his Mantis form, he could link all, he can like chain all of his attacks together. In this one, he can only chain certain ones. I don't know if that's better or worse, but you gonna do this shit again? Alright, let's see if this works. I'm gonna try something. Oh, no, it didn't work! It didn't work. Oh my god, I paid for that. There was a combo you can do where you do the, I forget the name of the attack, but one where he slides, he goes past you and hits you a bunch of times from the super, and then you switch it into Crane immediately after, and then you do the ult where you grab him, and it works. Crane is too slow for that. What? Alpha 2, Ken, and Charlie were absolute beasts. Gal was pretty good on that one too. But I played Gen, Guy. I like Guy character. This guy is going crazy. Son of a bitch, he did it again. All right, one more time, and then I gotta go. Unfortunately. Alpha 2, Ken, and Charlie. Yeah, best Pepsi Man. This AI, man, I'm like so rusty at this. Cobwebs. I love finding soundtracks on games. They don't do that anymore. Have you noticed? You know what else they don't do anymore, I don't think, is, I remember when, I think it was like the 16-bit era, you could like play sound tests. They had a sound test in the game. So you could listen to the music of the game. I don't think they do that anymore. I mean, I haven't really seen it, but to be honest, I don't think that game soundtracks have been very good. I mean, like, except for some, like the Soulsborne series has some of the best soundtracks. But like, in terms of like iconic gaming soundtracks, I don't think that games are really doing that as much. I mean, they have music, but it's kind of just atmospheric mostly. But maybe I haven't been playing the right games. I don't have a Nintendo, and I know that you'll get a lot of that from there, so.
Let's get started. Fight!
Yeah, it's all cheat codes now, right? Shit, I'm gonna take that. Because of course I am. Would you stop it? Oh my goodness. Man, you're really bad at this. I am sorry. Whew. Anything that can be put behind a pay. Alright, do they actually make you pay for soundtracks? Because what the fuck? What? Why didn't that work? That don't make any sense. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't play any modern game anymore either. Soundtracks are paid DLC, often included. What? It's emoting gaming. My god. Alright. I have a chance still. I keep wanting like the big finish, you know? I used to do that. Like, oh, I love the big finish, but it doesn't always work out. Fucking hell, guys. What? No! Are you kidding me? I shouldn't have done that. God damn it. Fuck it up. I'm just gonna hit this guy. Oh! Alright. I guess I lost. That's fine. I gotta head out anyways. I was close, but it's hubris. It's hubris. I was trying to do cool shit, and I paid the price. Pepsi Man took me out. I'll eat it. It's okay. Anyway, if I like really, well, I don't know. It's just been a while. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm rusty, and I am ashamed, and my day is ruined. So, but no, I'm fine. I gotta head out. I'll see you guys in a couple of hours for the show, and I'm gonna leave this up so that you guys can go subscribe to Honey Badger Arcade. That's where I'll be streaming from now on. So for the video game stuff, I'll keep doing the shows, obviously, and be sure to follow me there. So, yeah. So respect your elders, and thanks for coming on. If you guys like this video, please hit like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and subscribe over at Honey Badger Arcade. And hopefully I'll see you guys there. So with that said, I'll see you all later. Jojo says goodbye. See his paw, he's waving. And I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, talk to you later.